So this is your friendly reminder to have a conversation with your elders, because you're definitely gonna learn something and you gotta do it before it's too late. So 4th of July weekend, I'm at my parents' house and my mother's best friend's mother came. Now, Mama D is almost in her 90s, okay? So my mother had this best friend, Aunt Mel, who unfortunately passed away nearly 2 decades ago. But we got to talking about how Aunt Mel was so insistent that my mother do this doctoral program with her. Now, at the time, my Aunt Mel was an administrator in Chicago public school systems. My mother was a math teacher in Chicago public school systems. And my Aunt Mel came to my mother and said, we are gonna do this doctoral program because we are gonna become college professors, and that is gonna be your pathway in order to get your children into college. Now, at the time, my mother had 3 children, another one on the way, and my mom was like, there is no way. Now, my Aunt Mel, she had never had children of her own. She was like this super jazzy woman. She had her things going. She was like that girl, okay? But my mother was like, you know, this is not a priority in my life. I have a good job. And my aunt said, listen, if you do this, then you will be able to get your children through university. So my mother said, okay, I'm gonna do it. So my aunt and my mother go and do this doctoral program. My aunt was able to graduate right away. My mother had to take some time between the program and her dissertation because in the meantime, she had a baby, but my aunt was right on her the entire time. You did not come this far just to come this far. You got to complete this program. And when my mother did complete her dissertation, she immediately was met with an opportunity to become a professor, or at least teach at DePaul University, which then became a professorship, which then ended up having her retire professor emeritus. But during the time that we, the children, were able to go to school, I was able to get my undergrad from DePaul. My sister was able to get her undergrad from DePaul, and my brother was able to get his master's from DePaul. Now, I think about this now because I think about the power of friendships, especially the people who can see your possibilities and your strengths and help you with your legacy, even when you can't see it for yourself. I get so excited to see Mama D because, you know, Aunt Mel hasn't been with us for the past 20 years or so, but my mother and Aunt Mel's mother still have this amazing relationship, and we were all able to go to college and graduate. And I think about that because I think, what about your friends? How are they supporting you? How are they riding for you? And what can your legacy be with the right friend circle? So thank you, and I love you, Aunt Mel.